just picked up a 11-foot ACC crappie stick, the rear seat. Uh, if you're fishing with a 10 and you're thinking about going to 11 and weight is an issue for you, then I wouldn't do it, because that 11 is, I can feel the difference in the weight between the 10 and 11. And the 10 seems to be a little more balanced than the 11 also. But for sure, the 11, of course, the 11 weighs more, it's a foot longer. But one thing I did like about the 11 is that the reach on the 11 was really nice. I mean, I didn't have to get close to the brush. I was really able to be really quiet when I was fishing. So I also had a little trouble with the 11-foot landing the fish. Just with the trees there, it kind of caught me off guard. That extra foot caught me off guard. I was like, man, I got to get this fish in. And these trees, I couldn't just bring them straight up. So I had to work the pole around to get that fish in. Now, one of the things I should have did was I should have always had my 360 pointed in reverse, so that after I set the hook, I could just back up and get out from underneath the tree. I couldn't coach these crappie out of this brush pile. I mean, I tried earlier, but I don't have it in the video, but I tried to work the outer edge of this brush pile and see could I get those crappie to come out and hit that jig on the outside of it. They would not touch it, so I had to go right in all of the brush. I mean, just right in the middle of it. And one thing about that 360 is really nice is that you can position yourself. So I didn't like the way I was positioned, so I'm going to move the kayak to get a better angle at this brush, because there was one limb hanging over it where I was at, that if I pulled straight up, that I was going to hit that limb. So I'm going to move this kayak around with this 360 and position it so that I can work that brush pile just a little bit to my advantage. So I'm going to fish in between the floating logs, and there's brush underneath those floating logs. So I'm just going to be threading in between the openings of the floating logs, and then eventually they're going to stop hitting when I start bringing fish up out of those open spots. So then what I'm going to have to do is start actually trying to work my jig down through the floating logs without any opening. Just basically thread the jig through that opening, through that floating log, so that you can get down into the water. I mean, it's when you first put your jig on it, you're gonna sit on a stump and you just wiggle it until it just falls through. And then when it falls through, then there'll be a fish down there waiting on it to come through. And when he did it, he just hit it and you just pull him up through it. Watch me make a mistake here. I'm coming in, and I'm really not paying attention how fast I'm coming in, but I'm going to actually bump the surface brush, and that's a no-no. You don't ever want to do that. Yeah, I still caught a fish, but man, you spook the heck out of these fish when you do that. And that was the last fish I caught there. So I moved to another spot. Remember to work your jig all the way to the surface. This fish hit that jig like 4 inches before it broke the surface of the water. So you always have to work your jig all the way until you come out of completely bring it out of the water. So you swim it like it's like you want it to be hit all the way up to the surface. And because sometimes a fish will follow that jig and he won't hit it until it's almost out of his reach, and then he's like, okay, I'm gonna eat it, and then they'll hit it right before it hits the surface. So just remember to work that jig all the way out until you take it completely out of the water. If you're taking it out of the water, work it all the way up. So I almost switched that 360 in reverse. So I got some forward momentum going, and then I switch it over into reverse. That way, once I get a hit, then I can back out of this tight spot of that. If you're fishing from a kayak and you're gonna go in and fish a spot like this, then you're gonna step your rod tip into this real tight area where there's brush above you and below you. I mean, you gotta have a plan. When the fish hit, you're gonna have to have a plan of what you're gonna do. Because if you don't, you're not gonna get the fish out.
biscuit.
Got two small crab?
No, man, I think I got like 16.
16?
Yeah.
So I can give me a boat, man. So I can give me a boat so I can get in.
You got your line in?
I got my other line.
Oh, I can see it. You got to stay in tonight?
No.
Now you're just gonna fish it. Rain in the forecast a little bit.
We haven't caught nothing since we've been out here. We've been out here about 2 hours.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
If you run into me while I'm out crappie fishing, you might want to ask me if I'm planning on sharing today, because I will share.
I'm just gonna throw them up on the bank for you.
Alright, appreciate it. That'll work.
Stand back so I can just throw them up there. That way you don't have to catch them.
Looks like I will end up sharing 19 crappie and sand bass or white bass.
Well, if I catch some, I'm going to owe you some.
All right. Oh, I left my rope. Yeah, be careful because it's, you know how the rain is around here.
Oh, yeah. That's all female.
Okay, now. They give you something to do tomorrow.
All right.
Oh, I got a YouTube channel. You can check it out.
Oh, what is it?
It's Wile Coyote Fishing.
Wiley Coyote Fishing?
Yeah, just like Wile E. Coyote, the cartoon.
Yeah.
But put fishing on the end of it. 3 words.
Okay.
Life is good when you're getting bent, so go out there and get bent, guys.